When I was 10, a strange girl came to the class. She is wearing a yellow raincoat. There is also a lizard in the pocket. She said let's all stay away from her. Whoever dares to touch her will be out of luck. The teacher didn't believe in evil and went up and patted her. The black bike fell into the ditch. She also said she was an alien. Her parents were killed by her. Enough students. But don't be afraid of her. Because there's no way we're at the same table. Then she took out that horrible lizard. The students are scared. But I think it's fun. That's it, we're quiet enough. Once in the lizard room, I hurried down to find. Unfortunately, it rained heavily and I fell into the mud ditch. Not only did she not think I should, he also lent me a raincoat. I'm afraid she's cold too, so we got together to keep warm. Then she put her head on my shoulder. It was the first time I felt an electric shock. She said my name is Jasp3. Can we be friends? I mean we're friends. I got measles the next day. Very serious. I heard from my classmates that she cried a lot. I haven't seen her since then. I'll be moving out soon. Before I left I made a lizard out of wood. Ching, her monk uncle, handed it over to her. I miss her every day. Until 10 years. She suddenly contacted me and asked me to accompany her to tutoring. I recognized her at a glance. During the day we mop the floor together in the temple. When we are tired of studying, we will go shopping together. But she still doesn't allow any physical contact. Mingxin can't even rub his hands. Once she took me to steal my uncle's plum wine. She said she liked the marry a banker in the future. Because this will have the money to buy a spaceship and go back to the alien world. I said I would be a banker in the future. Let me kiss now, okay? Even if I break my arm and my leg, I'm willing. Then I pulled out. That night I tossed and turned and couldn't sleep. So I took a car home to find my dad. He is the top atom. It's easy to make sushi. I put arrows on the ground for her to find all the way. Hiding behind a tree and peeking at her reaction. I could see she was impressed. She shouted that if I didn't come out she would throw away the sushi. When I stand in front of her, Lily kissed me. I was so happy at that moment. But the next day I got a very bad cold. This time she's leaving. I hurriedly grabbed her. But she's still. It's been 8 years. For the past 8 years, I even hired a private detective to find her. But she really disappeared like leaving the earth. I thought this would never see her again. Until this day she suddenly came to my workplace. The alien girlfriend who disappeared for 8 years actually appeared. I was stupid. In a hurry, untie the shoelaces. Tie her feet to the table legs. She asked me why I wanted to be a bank teller. I said you didn't want to marry the banker. I'm working hard all the time. I asked her where she had been all these years. She told me I was kidnapped by NASA. I'm suddenly a little angry. I waited for you for 8 years and you lied to me like that. But she said I've changed. I believe no matter what she says. I don't know how to answer for a while. Take her to my dad's shield. I told her my dad never washes his hands on the toilet. She suddenly felt nauseated. We eat and talk. We went back to 8 years ago. I told her let's go on a date. But she said she was going to America tomorrow. At the airport I couldn't help but ask, why did you come back to me since you're leaving? She didn't answer. But don't let me go half a step forward. 20 years later, we have only been together for 3 brief periods. And I will never forget her. Came to the hospital today to visit colleagues. I accidentally saw a lizard in the hands of a boy. Isn't that what I did 20 years ago? I asked the doctor what was going on but he didn't say anything. I angrily took a bucket of gasoline to find her monk Yuan Yuan. I poured it all over my body in front of his face. Then take out the lighter. This time I gave it up. To find out what happened to JYP. I'm so determined. Uncle reluctantly tells the truth. Parents killed in car accident. Only she survived, but she made a mistake in the blood transfusion. Infected with. She asked the doctor. For an Yi. Tell her it's an alien virus. As long as you can eat well and study hard, it will disappear on its own. The agreeable lie didn't last long. It didn't take long for Lu to find out the truth. In order not to infect others, she thought of wear a raincoat to prevent contact. A scary lizard dared to approach her. Insurance. She also made up an alien story. I found her at her art exhibition shortly after. She said this place is an alien base. Even the owner of this shop has seen alien flying saucers. Said I was the first person to date an alien. Now I'll do whatever she says, and hope it's all true. But her fairy tale lost to the disease. She fell ill. Looking at Xiaoli lying on the hospital bed, I decided to do something for her. I came to the Denmark she guarded. I made an alien signal myself. I hope the aliens will come to heal the minor illness. I carried her to the wheat field. Then turn on the light. This thing looks like that. She snuggles beside me, waiting for the arrival of aliens. But after waiting for a long time, it was still quiet around. I ride around in circles. Hope this will enhance the transmission signal. At this moment, a sudden return. Aliens. I want to go with her, but she stopped. I said I want to hear you. If you don't turn around, you will become blind. I know, she responds again. But no, she's doing it for me. I closed my eyes in pain and turned around. If I leave, don't wait for me to come back. She cried for me to say goodbye. Don't know how to respond. The light group slowly shrinks and finally disappears completely. In this world, there are as many kinds of love as there are fates. When we can't love, we'll point the hope of life to another world, outer space or other dimensions. This is the girl I met when I was 10, wearing awnings. She is not dead. She just went to another world.